I am an illustrator in 12-Step Recovery. I've been doing a series of drawings based on the original big book of AA written by Bill Wilson in 1930s and using for reference a Webster's dictionary published about that same time to make sure I'm fully understanding the words used in the big book. However, I noticed, besides wording, I noticed that Bill used several very vivid illustrations, word pictures, I should say, to make his point about certain things. One he used was the tornado, and this is a vivid and painful metaphor for me because what he's describing is for the family afterwards when the person who's been an alcoholic, completely out of control, completely non-functional, completely not affectionate or supportive of the family in any way, who suddenly maybe goes to their first 12-step meeting and realizes in some dim way they realize that there is hope of leaving this life behind and that they don't have to spend the rest of their life drinking, and they may come home and say to their family, look, I'm better now. And I believe by page 82, Bill Wilson had been talking to the families about saying, you know what, you need to be careful about this guy because even though he may not be drinking, he's still not thinking straight. Particularly, they said, be aware that he may be like a guy who comes up out of the tornado cellar after the farm's been destroyed and say, look, everybody, things don't look too bad to me. The only problem is there was no tornado. He is the tornado. He is what destroyed the family. He is what destroyed their lives. And for him to suddenly just get bright, cheery, and optimistic, other people may not quite be as quick to forgive and forget. Nor should he expect them to as easily as that. So here's what the tornado metaphor description consists of. Aside from what I already alluded to in surrounding text, it says, he is like a tornado roaring his way through the lives of others. Hearts are broken. Sweet relationships are dead. Affections have been uprooted. That's from page 82. Well, I did that to my family. In the course of my worst condition, I neglected my sweet relationship I had with my wife. I alienated my kids. The people who loved me and didn't know I was capable of being that kind of dreadful person really were disappointed. And it took me a long time to realize how much destruction I had reaped while I was basically numb. I didn't have to go through all that, feeling the pain. I had painkiller, but everybody else who lived in the house had to go through that living nightmare without the benefit of painkiller, and they had to protect themselves. And as people often do, thank God they did protect themselves. They got away from me, and that was the right thing to do. Otherwise, I would have destroyed them too. Not because I wanted to, but because I literally was like a tornado, tearing through the countryside, really without morality, without any sense of vengeance or regret, and quite possibly creating much more damage than I ever imagined. So there's more to see at 12drawings.com on this particular drawing. Thank you so much for listening.